Okay, so today we're diving into something a little different.
Okay.
We're going to be looking at Mel Robbins' book, The High Five Habit.
Okay.
And it's this book that suggests like this really surprisingly simple technique for like boosting your confidence and motivation.
Okay.
And it's high-fiving yourself in the mirror
Oh, wow.
every morning.
Interesting.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Sounds a bit out there. But just stick with me on this one because it gets really interesting when you start to like dig into the why behind it.
Yeah, I can see how that would be a little weird for people.
Mm-hmm.
But what I find so fascinating about this is that Robbins connects this very simple action to neuroscience.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so she's arguing that the physical act of the high five, that skin-on-skin contact, actually stimulates the somatosensory cortex in your brain.
Ah,
And this can then like trigger the release of endorphins,
why?
which leads to all those good feelings, like pleasure and well-being.
So it's not just about like feeling good right then and there.
No, it goes way deeper than that. Robbins is arguing that like by combining that physical stimulation with a positive affirmation, like literally seeing yourself as capable and worthy, you're actually creating this powerful feedback loop in your brain.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and you're basically training your brain to like associate that action with positive feeling and self-belief.
You know what? I actually tried it for a week.
Really?
Yeah, just out of curiosity. And I got to say, I was really surprised
That's awesome.
because I didn't really expect much from it. But I did notice like a subtle shift in my mindset. Like instead of just feeling overwhelmed by my to-do list, I felt more motivated to actually tackle it.
That's a great example of how like even these seemingly small actions can have this huge ripple effect on our mindsets. It's all about interrupting those automatic negative thoughts with a physical and visual reminder of your own strength.
Yeah. But I do wonder about that simplicity though, because as appealing as it is, could it also be like a limitation? Could the high five habit be too simplistic for dealing with like more complex challenges or like deeply rooted insecurities?
Yeah, that's a really valid point, I think, because while self-affirmation can be super helpful, it is crucial to acknowledge that it's not like a magic bullet.
Right.
And some critics argue that like focusing just on surface level affirmations without addressing like those underlying causes of low self-esteem or negative thought patterns might not lead to lasting change.
So it's not just about like slapping a high five on every problem
Yeah.
and expecting it to just vanish.
Exactly. It's more about using the high five habit as a tool to kind of shift your mindset, but also like recognizing when you need to go a little bit deeper and really address that root cause of the issue.
Okay, so how can we like take this idea and actually make it work for us in like practical everyday situations?
Well, Robbins really emphasizes the importance of adapting the high five habit to those specific scenarios. So, for example, if you're feeling nervous about a presentation, you could try visualizing yourself successfully delivering it, and then high five yourself for like that vision of confidence.
I like that. Or let's say you're struggling with procrastination. Instead of beating yourself up about it, you could high five yourself for like each small step you take towards completing that task.
Precisely. It's all about shifting that internal dialogue.
Yeah.
From self-criticism to self-encouragement and celebrating all that progress no matter how small.
So we've explored like the core concept of the high five habit. Simple, but like potentially really powerful. We talked about the neuroscience behind it and how we can actually apply it in our real lives.
Yeah.
And we also talked about the importance of addressing like those deeper issues, not just relying on like surface level affirmation.
It all comes down to being mindful and intentional with how you use this tool.
Exactly. So the big question for you all listening is, think about your own relationship with self-talk. Could integrating like a physical element like the high five habit make your affirmation stronger? Or is the whole concept kind of jarring to you? Think about how this connects to like other practices like power posing or like mindful movement. Is there something else that works better for you? We'd love to hear your thoughts.